Welcome to this video. I am going to talk to you about two important concepts: units of time, which we commonly call UT, and the types of trading over UT. Let's begin with the units of time. A UT is actually a period which you select in order to measure a variable that changes over time. A unit of time corresponds, quite simply, to the duration of a single candlestick on a chart. The main units of time we find on financial charts are M1 for 1 minute, M5 for 5 minutes, and M15 for 15 minutes, and then H1 for 1 hour, H4 for 4 hours. We then have D1, W1, M1 for daily for 1 day, weekly for 1 week, and monthly for 1 month. The UT you have on the left are UT which we call small UT or low UT, with candlesticks that form very quickly. Conversely, on the right you have UT which we call major units and high UT, with candlesticks that form more slowly because the unit of time is slower. Your selection of the unit of time will affect the results you will achieve. Low UT are UT where false signals are more numerous as compared with the trends, and these UT are more difficult to trade for a beginner. If you are a beginner, for example, you must have a good mastery of the financial markets to trade in 1 minute or 5 minutes. Conversely, the longer the unit of time, the less numerous the false signals and the easier it is to read the markets, so the level of complexity is lower. In the coming modules, we are going to explain how to select the unit of time which suits your circumstances. If you are a beginner, we recommend that you begin with H1 to understand how Arya works, and then move to shorter units of time afterwards. The selection of the unit of time determines the type of trading you will undertake. Scalping is the term used to refer to units of time between 1 minute and 5 minutes. Your trades will only last a few minutes in general. If you choose units of time between M15 and H1, you are clearly doing what we call intraday, day trading, where your trades will last between 30 minutes to a few hours. If you decide to go with units of time from H4 up, you are doing swing trading, with trades which will last between 1 day and several weeks. We want to give you a brief comparison of the 3 kinds of trading, the advantages and the disadvantages. So we have created a table which compares these 3 types of trading. The first is scalping, which is really the most difficult kind of trading and is recommended when you begin to master stock trading. The advantages are obvious. It is a very quick kind of trading, you make money very quickly, in a few minutes, and you can do it with very little capital, around 500 euros. You do not need to have open positions at the end of the day, so that limits the risks considerably. Having said that, you must be aware that false signals with scalping are much more common in this unit of time, M1 and M5, so it is much more difficult to understand the market and read the market. It also causes greater visual fatigue because stock prices are necessarily moving faster and the gains are more limited because you are only keeping trades for a few minutes. This kind of trading requires significant discipline and self-control. It is really recommended for people who have already been trading for a while and who thoroughly understand how financial markets work. Intraday is ideal for getting started on the financial markets. This form of trading is calmer and the capital requirement is not very great for these units of time. Gains are also made very quickly, between 30 minutes and a few hours, and there are far fewer false signals. Generally speaking, you do not have any open positions at the end of the day. Having said that, more patience is needed to achieve gains more slowly compared with scalping, which is faster. To finish off, on the right-hand side, you have swing trading, where the advantages are clear. False signals are very uncommon, and the markets are therefore easier to read in order to find the trend. This requires less surveillance on your part, and you therefore get less tired. The level of complexity is also lower, and this is better suited to beginners. Nonetheless, there are some disadvantages which should be kept in mind. A lot of patience is needed to make your first gains, and it is a lot slower. The capital needed to get started and achieve attractive gains is also higher. We recommend that you have 3,000 to 5,000 euros in order to do swing trading. Now you know the various kinds of trading and the various units of time. If you are a beginner, what we recommend is that you get started with intraday trading. In the coming videos, we will explain how to manage Arya correctly from the beginning. I have shared my charts with you because I think that it's important to talk to you a bit more about the units of time and the impact this can have on your trading, so that you can understand exactly how this works. In MetaTrader, just here, you see the different units of time, just as I shared with you a few minutes ago in the theoretical part. The farther to the left you move, the shorter the units of time are and the faster things will move. Currently, we are at 15 minutes, so each candlestick you see is the equivalent of 15 minutes. For example, at these 15 minutes, this candlestick which is forming will be complete within 6 minutes 30 exactly, and within 6 minutes 30, there will be a new candlestick just after. If you see a chart and you don't know what unit of time it covers, if there are no details on the x-axis, you won't know if it's a shorter or longer unit of time. You can have fun moving the units of time a bit higher. You can go to H1. In this case, there are 5 minutes 57 remaining for the next hour, so here this is the current hour, the previous hour, and so on, as you can see. The more you move towards shorter units of time, as I explained, the more complex the trading is. The level of complexity is greater, but the more you move towards longer units of time, the lower the level of complexity. Having said that, it is a bit slower, obviously, because if we go to the 1 minute unit of time, in 25 seconds, we get the next candlestick. You see, it moves quite quickly, so it's more difficult. It's more complicated, and I would not necessarily recommend it for beginners because it moves very fast. There are more false signals, and it's not necessarily easy for you to understand the true underlying trend and what position you should take with Arya if you are a beginner. As a reminder, there are 3 trading styles: M1, M5 is scalping, M15, M30, H1 is intraday, and day trading. H4, D1, W1, monthly, this is swing trading. There are advantages and disadvantages to all types of trading. It is up to you to choose the type of trading that best suits your current circumstances. I'll leave you to have a look at the table, review what I have shared with you, and understand how candlesticks work and the impact this has on your trading.